Hey folks, I'm going to have a bit of a rant in this video, and there's some similarities to previous videos I've made, excuse me, particularly concerning the Jeremy Kyle show. This video isn't actually about the Jeremy Kyle show, although it's certainly related to that. Actually, it's about Britain's Got Talent, um, which, if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a show whereby people perform certain acts, often dancing, singing, and then they're judged on that. But I just saw this one act, whereby a young man, it's a few years old, I should emphasize, um, was voted off by the judges. Um, and he didn't respond to it very well. He got angry and he stormed off. But as he went back to apologise for swearing, um, the judge's attitude was just, "Oh, you choose to come on, you should take it," and stuff. And but what really got to me was the studio audience, how they started shouting off, 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 cheerio, 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 and just sort of like shouting him down. And I just like to say, if you were a member of that studio audience, and by the way, the person involved in that episode was called David Williams, I believe. If you were involved in that studio audience, fuck you. You're a gutless card. Um, it really troubles me that we get this sort of mentality from studio audiences. They're like hyenas. They have strength of numbers. When you're in a studio audience and some poor bugger's on stage and they're not performing very well or whatever, it's very easy for you to jeer them down because you're not the person on the stage. And if you're doing that, then you're a pig, as far as I'm concerned. You're nothing but a cowardly, low-life pig. And I'm sorry, but this makes me very angry. Is it any wonder we have bullying in society when you see these sort of shows promoting it? And it really makes my blood boil. I just hate these studio audiences. Just who the hell do they think they are? The judges are no better. They often encourage it. Um, it really makes me angry to see this sort of stuff, and it depresses me that these sort of shows do have a lot of support. The shows I'm talking about are shows like Jeremy Kyle, Gordon Ramsay's various cooking programs, Britain's Got Talent. All of those shows promote bullying, and it deeply saddens and angers me that they have the influence they have, and that people are so weak. They're so weak that they just follow the crowd, and just it takes courage to get up on a stage in front of hundreds of people and perform and be judged in that way. Sure, maybe I didn't respond to it in the best way I should have done, but for you to jeer someone off, it's childish, it's pathetic. It's just, if we lived in, if we took bullying seriously in society, there would really be further dialogue about the sort of effects that can have on someone. Um, and yes, he chose to go on, but that isn't the point. No one should have to go through that. And that studio audience just makes me sick, and so do the three judges: Amanda Holden, Piers Morgan, Simon Cowell. Disgusting people. Um, it really depresses me because I know a lot of people support these shows. Therefore, a lot of people will disagree with me. But I see it as just the worst form of cowardly bullying, to jeer someone down in that way. And you see this a lot on these sort of shows, and it's why I absolutely hate them. Give me a decent documentary any day. Um, it just depresses me so much to see this sort of stuff. And saying, he chose to go, and that's not, no one should have to go through that. And I saw something similar in, I think it was America's Got Talent. A young man went on, he was going to play the guitar, and he had problems with the guitar starting up. And because that took a while, what happens? The audience started booing and booing and booing, and the guy hadn't even performed, and that really sickens me. If you're part of a studio audience and you do that, as far as I'm concerned, you're a piece of shit. You're just a disgusting bully. and you should hide your head in shame. What have you ever done with your life to make you so much better than the person on the stage? You're not the one on the stage. Sure, you pay, you go there to be entertained, but you're not paying to jeer someone down. And it really, really, really pisses me off to see these people. You know, it takes courage to get on stage, and just the. I honestly believe glorifying bullying in the media in this way is one reason why it's such a big problem in society, because it's not taken seriously. You know, whenever we hear of tragic bullying cases, everyone's like, oh, it's terrible. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? And then the very same people probably go on, join the X Factor audience or whatever, and jeer down a contestant. Well, that's a form of bullying, and a particularly disgusting and cowardly form of bullying. Now, you may think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, it's no big deal, but you cannot underestimate the psychological effect that can have on someone, to their morale, to their confidence, to their just all round. Um, and they can't defend themselves against hundreds of people. It it really troubles me, actually. Um, it really, really troubles me. And I just think it's utterly despicable. And the judges openly encourage it every time. They should be these millionaires who take great pride in judging other people. I think they're disgusting, actually. Because it's not constructive criticism. I mean, the sort of stuff Kyle comes out with. He basically said to this young man, "You're useless." There was no constructive criticism like you need to improve your certain style in this or whatever, which is fine. This was just pure verbal insults. But what do you expect from a Tory? Which is what Simon Cowell is. Um, Amanda Holden, don't know who she thinks she is. Shallow bitch. Piers Morgan, former tabloid editor, need I say more? It just makes me very uncomfortable that these shows have so much support. And I do think it directly correlates with bullying in society. I think it's something we have to take seriously. Now, I'm not a Puritan. I'm not saying the audience should be absolutely silent. In fact, I say, yeah, they should applaud people when people get it right, but I don't think they should boo people when they get it wrong. Now, I know some people that come on have a bad attitude, and that's a problem they have. But I still think, booing someone down is just disgusting. It's utterly cowardly. And this young man wasn't particularly, he wasn't a bad guy. Maybe he dealt with it in the wrong way, but he came back to apologise, and that's the sort of treatment he faced. Disgusting. Utterly disgusting. It just sickens me how so many people follow the crowd and just are so prepared to be so cruel. It's very sad, really. So that's it, basically. I think it's no wonder we have such a big problem with bullying in society when we see it promoted on television all the time. It's no wonder. Okay, rant over.